Hello everybody, and welcome to Food Wars Shokugeki no Soma Season 4, 4th plate episode, what are we on? 10? Episode 10 anime review. So this episode we began the final bout, the final battle, the final round. I think this show's been announced for 25 episodes, and we ain't getting more than 12 out of the final bout, so I'm not sure what those last... Well, I mean I am, there's that arc that no one likes, but 12 episodes of that's going to be a slog. I mean, it really is bad. But, yeah, anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about the future. Let's talk about now. Yeah, this episode briefly did the opposing side, I guess, Tsukasa and Rindo, their dishes, and then we got Soma just being Soma for the last half, and that was... It gives time for Erina to do her thing next week, so hopefully... You know, I mean, not full... What's the word? I was going to say it'll come full circle, but full circle's not the right word. It'll show her growth, and we'll get a... I hope they win. I hope they win, guys. I really want them to win. I don't want Central to win. They suck, you know. Soma's plan... I mean, it would have been nice if he could have discussed the plan, but he's got a good plan. We'll get to it when we get there. But, you know what, let's get into the episode, see what went down and everything. Let's do this. Beginning of the episode, Tsukasa is ridiculously confident because that's his thing, because he's never tasted a loss in his life, which is something... I can't wait to see how he reacts to losing, you know? I hope he loses. I'm being completely honest. I'm rooting for the heroes on this one. There's teamwork in it. Soma and Erina are not teamworking. They are doing the opposite of teamworking. They are arguing. Azumi says that the match is over as soon as it began, and I'm like... I'm thinking when he said that, does he know that they're going to win, Soma and Erina, or is he going to be blindsided by him? Like, is he going to be like, I already see they're going to win? Maybe, because I don't think so, because he's a dick. But like, I don't want that. I don't want him to be like, no, Erina, I was just testing you. I was making you better this whole time. Nah, man, I just want you to be evil, get beaten, and then disappear into the ether. That's all I want from you. Rindo and Tsukasa are finishing up pretty quick. They did all the cooking during the opening, so sorry if you want to watch that. Rindo gives hers first. It's good. She used ants, which apparently makes it better. Like, obviously I say every week, I'm not going to go over all the food explanations. I know that is most of the show, but I can't offer any input on that. I'm not a chef or anything close to a chef. I can cook chips and cook easy things. I can barely cook anything. Like, anything that requires a modicum of effort. Sorry. Hers was good. Tsukasa's is up. He's using venison again like before. Was that season 3? Or was that 2? When was that? When was it the Soma... Shokugeki... Oh, I can't even remember when that was, you know? I can't remember what season that was. Or was it 4? 1? It must have been 3, right? Before the whole Central thing? Or was it after? Was it the end of 3? No, because yeah, I don't remember. I'm being honest now. Don't remember what season that was. But yeah, beforehand, it's good. It's the best dish he's ever made, which means it's the best dish in the history of ever. So that's what they're up against. Soma tastes some. Azumi has some high praise. Then they explain out of nowhere this thing called the gifting pulse, which forcibly disrobes people when he eats good food. And I'm just there thinking, did they just turn the fan service part into a plot point? Did they just do that? Like, a little bit weird. It was one thing I was like, that's a kind of... You can do the fan service stuff, I don't care, but don't try and make sense of it. There's no need to, you know? But fine, whatever. Apparently it's a Nakiri thing, so I guess it will happen for Erina as well. And Alice, that seems like a right pet. And it's just if you get the name. You know, it's not like a blood thing. It's like, oh, you married into the family, you have the gifting now. That's not how special powers work. I mean, I guess it... Why am I arguing logic? I don't know. It's the one thing I never want to do. But yeah, they've set this whole thing up so that it looks like they're impossible to beat, the two of them. And it's like, oh, okay, well, they can't win. Soma is very pumped up. He's like, you were holding back on me before, so... Now I'm mad and I'm going to crush you. And I'm not going to say he crushes him, but Soma has he has a real swing, not literally, food swing. That's what we're going to go with. We briefly see the strategy meeting from the night before. It was not very good because it's Soma and Erina, and they are like oil and water, or cats and dogs that also might like each other. I couldn't think of a better. I sat for a good 30 seconds. I could not think of a good. What's the word? They're like magnets. Magnets. Some days they're like stuck together, and other days they just will not go near each other. That's an alright thing. Let's just get on with it. Azumi wants the God Turn basically to determine what's good or not, so that it's like definitive. You know what I mean? I think that's what they were saying. And Soma's like, I can also make use of that strategy, and it's actually a good plan because she's got the God Tongue. He's like, well, she'll know if my food is good, so I can make the best thing possible because I've got her as my judge before the actual judges, which is a good plan actually. And yeah, it's good. Problem is, Soma is not following the recipe she laid out the night before. He's doing his own thing because he's Soma. But she's like, you know what? I'll let him do it. It still tastes fine. Whatever. Good job. He finishes his thing. That's not an appetizer, Soma. It's a you know, it's a big thing, and everyone else notices this too. It's good, obviously. It even triggered the gifting from Azumi, so it's very good. He says it's even on par with Tsukasa's. He combined previous dishes he made together and used Erina to help him figure out like the right balance to make it perfect. Problem is, this is a team battle, Soma. It's a double course thing. You've kind of ruined everything with your thing. Azumi's already ready to give it to Tsukasa because he's like, Soma, you've ruined. You can't compete. You can't do this together. If it was this dish on its own, it would have been great. But it's not. It's a team battle. And I'm like, Soma, you're being lectured by the villain on teamwork. What are you doing? Turns out though, he's actually not an idiot. Not that much of an idiot. So Soma tells Erina, what we would have planned, what your plan was, we would have lost. And it's like, oh. He's like, here's what you need to do. You need to have a specialty of your own, and then we need to hit him with two specialties. This was my one. I was the left hook, you got to be the right hook, Erina, and we'll knock him out. This isn't a Shokugeki between us and them, it's you and me. And it's like, that's good, you know, I like that a lot. So yeah, that was the episode. As I said, very much enjoyed it. Curious to see what Erina's going to cook up, and hopefully they win. That's a crucial point. I'd like them to win. It's what, 11 next week? That gives them, we'll wrap it up next week and then some sort of epilogue the week after. I know we got more. I know we got more coming. But maybe they'll wrap it up with episode 12. I don't, I've got this in my head that it's 24 episodes. I don't actually know that it's been said anywhere that it's 24 episodes. I'm just making that assumption. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how they wrap it up. I've said it like we're at the end. I don't think we are. But final battle, I'm enjoying it. Hopefully Azumi doesn't have any sort of redemption. I don't really like that, you know, when you have like this evil asshole of a villain, and then like right at the end it's like, oh, and he had his reasons, he was alright. It's like, no, let me hate the man. Let me hate him. Yeah, I'm enjoying Food Wars a lot. Like a lot. So that's good. But yeah, I can't think of anything else to say, so I guess I'll wrap up here. Thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. Check out the main channel because at some point I'll be doing a ranking of every anime I watched this year. It should be long, and boy, I can't wait to record that. I will see you next week for another episode of this, and bye guys.